Hey Primary 3 Math Prodigies, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we are going to go into question number 3 of your assessment paper number 10. Now this question is on time. Alright, time is a very simple topic that we all will get correct in due time. Okay, so let's take a look at this question. It's actually pretty simple if you know how to minus time away. So let's take a look. Annie took 2 hours 45 minutes to do her homework. This is a very long time, huh? Now, Wilson took 55 minutes less than she, or less than her. Now, Betty took 15 minutes more than Wilson. So there are how many people are there? There's Annie, there's Wilson, and there's Betty. So first off, let's write it out. Make it very, very clear to us in a visual format. In other words, something that we can see. So Annie took 2 hours and 45 minutes. Then what's the other person's name? Wilson. Wilson took 55 minutes less than her. Okay, how am I going to do this? Less than, I'm just going to write the letter, okay? Less than A, so that you know this A. And lastly, we have Betty, who took 15 minutes more than Wilson. So Betty took 15 minutes more. Then W. Okay, so very simply, I'm going to just ask you, if Wilson took 55 minutes less, so we plus or minus? We minus. Very good. If Betty took 15 minutes more than Wilson, plus or minus? Plus. Okay, very good. So now let's find out what the question wants. The question wants us to answer how long did Wilson take to do his homework. So how do you find Wilson? He took 55 minutes less than A. So how long did A take? A take 2 hours and 45 minutes. So if he took 55 minutes less, what do? We minus 55 minutes. Okay, this is where things get a little bit complicated. How do we minus time? Okay, now here's something that I'm going to teach you. Okay, the easiest way is to minus the minutes first. Okay, so 45 minutes and that's 55 minutes. Okay, so if we minus the 45 minutes first, what are we left with? So in other words, we take out the 45 minutes. So that means 55 minus 45 will give you what? 10 minutes, correct? So it becomes something like this. It becomes 2 hours minus 10 minutes because we take out the 45 minutes from both sides. So what is 2 hours minus 10 minutes? Think about it. Every hour got 60 minutes, correct? So therefore, we are left with 1 hour and 60 minus 10 gives you what? 60 minus 10 gives me 50. So Wilson took 1 hour and 50 minutes. Okay? Now, why can't we do it like the normal way of minusing or subtracting? Take a look at this. 2 hour 45 minus 55. Okay, you just can't do it. If you take out the 2 and you put 1 and then you put 10, that's wrong. Why is it wrong? Because what happens is you are adding 100 minutes and there is no 100 minutes in time. In 1 hour, there's only 60 minutes. Okay, but I'm going to teach you, I don't know whether teachers teach you this, but what you can do alternatively, that means another way you can do this, is to minus become 1 hour and plus 60 minutes to this, number 4. So 6 plus 4 gives me 10. So what you will see is, 10 minus 5 gives me 5. And then I still have the answer 1 hour 50 minutes. Okay? So I'm not gonna confuse you, but basically for time, if you were to minus like that, you must plus 6 and not 10. Okay? So let's try for the second part of the question. It says, how long did Betty and Annie take to do her homework? How long did Betty and Annie take to do her homework? Their homework, is it? Yeah. Okay. So how long did How long did Betty take? We don't know, right? So it's 15 minutes more than Wilson. So 1 hour 50 minutes for Betty. She actually take plus another 15 minutes. So 1 hour 50 plus 15 will give you what? Okay, that means you plus 10 minutes first. So it becomes 60. Anything over 60, you must change it to an hour. Okay, so what you will get is you'll get 1 hour and 65 minutes. Okay, so you see how many is it over 60? Yes, it is. By how many? By 5 minutes. So it becomes 2 hours and 5 minutes. So Betty took 2 hours and 5 minutes. How long did both of them take together? A plus B. Sorry, I've got no more space, but I'm going to write it here, okay? 2 hours 45 plus 2 hours and 5 minutes. So time, you can only plus the hour to hour and minute to minute. 2 hours plus 2 hours gives you 4 hours. 45 minutes plus 5 minutes gives you 50 minutes. So the answer is 4 hours and 50 minutes. And if you got that one right, I'm superbly proud of you. Give yourself a high five because you are a math prodigy. Good job. Okay, so just remember, keep in mind, if you want to minus time, you must plus how many? Plus 6 and not 10 because there are only 60 minutes in an hour. Alright, so and that only works for the hour to minute. You can't, when you borrow from minute to minute, right? It's just very confusing. Don't do it that way. So just follow this way, okay? I'll explain to you how to do it in class later, how to do this method in class later. Alright, so that brings me to the quote of the week, and the quote of the week is, if you work it, it will work out. Okay? If you work it, it will work out. Alright? So simply do your work, follow my instructions, and trust me, you will definitely get your A. But you have to do the work. With that, this is Coach Saiful signing off saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.